So here's an entertaining one about a guy who's 30 years old, and his girlfriend's 30 years old, and suddenly she's claimed to really have found religion and doesn't want to have sex anymore. However, she was quite active earlier in life in the carousel riding, but now suddenly she's found religion and doesn't want to have sex with her guy anymore. And he's thinking, what the hell? And by the way, she's a long-distance relationship. And you're going to see here as I go through this what I think is really going on here. Because remember, she's 30 years old. And oftentimes women, when they want a man to put a ring on her finger or lock her down or marry her, they will then stop the sex so that he'll then go ahead and marry her. Title: My girlfriend, a 30-year-old female, wants to stop having sex because of religion. He says, let me start that I respect her choice. Right there. Right there. Nice guy central. And won't force sex on her. Well, nobody should be forcing anything. Let me make that clear. But you as a man have a right to have choice. I love her and would sacrifice sex until marriage. And she knows that. I don't understand it though. Me and my girl have been in a long-distance relationship for a year. She's always been really close to God. But we did have sex before. She's had other boyfriends before me, and also guys she would just have sex with. And it's not only 2 or 3 guys. Okay, there you go. So she was a carousel rider, and they were having sex before, and all of a sudden she's stopping. No. I want a relationship with sex. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And she's pulling this, I guarantee you, to get a ring. So I'm confused why all of a sudden she wants to stop if she wasn't that concerned before. I don't understand it. If you were in a relationship only for sex, now that you're with me, why suddenly stop? It is not a new vocation. She's always been really religious, but she just started to feel that way now. Yeah, sure. I'm very confused and don't know what to think. For one side, I respect that for her. The other side, I feel like I could actually be the issue. I've asked her, and she is 100% saying it's a religious reason. Did it ever occur to you, bro, that maybe she's lying to you? Also, she is far away. We are in a long-distance relationship. And what happens if one day she can't resist and I'm not there? Should I be worried about this? Well, bro, you should be worried for a lot of reasons. Number one, long-distance relationships are a bad idea. If you're 30 years old, why are you doing a long-distance relationship? It sounds like you've been with her for a year, and it sounds like this whole thing's been a long-distance relationship. Can't you get a girl, because you're a relationship guy, that is in your area that you can see regularly and have sex regularly? There's a question for you. 2, if you were hooking up before and all of a sudden she suddenly stopped, a lot of times girls use that obviously for to get what they want. She's 30 years old. That is the age that women fear, because they realize that's when they're seen as by society as getting old, and they definitely aren't as desirable as they were when they were younger. Let me make it clear, you can have plenty of damn good-looking gals in their 30s and 40s, even 50s. They take care of themselves, but their prime is their teens and 20s. She knows this. Women get scared. They want that ring on their finger, or at least knowing they're on the way to the altar, and could use the slowing down, the complete abrupt halt in the sex department. They get him to speed up the proposal process. Total manipulation. You do not want to be with someone like this. Or maybe she really found God and didn't want to have sex until she found her husband. That sounds like that works for her in terms of her religious faith, but it obviously doesn't work for you. So you're not compatible here. Or she's hooking up with somebody else, doesn't want to have sex with you because she's with somebody else, and is hoping to just hope that you break up with her so she can say that, hey, I didn't break up with him, he broke up with me. Any number of things. But regardless, this is a bad situation, and manipulation and BS is going on here. End it. Move on. But you're the nice guy going along with this, and she has your number. Now, real quick, I'm going to read some comments here to show you I'm not alone in this thinking here, because this is something that happens often. One guy says here, this happened to me once. My long-distance relationship girlfriend in grad school decided she wanted to stop having sex because she was becoming more religious. And, well, you guessed it, she found religion in some other dude's bed. When she found out that her friend told me she sent me an avalanche of texts and voicemails. I waited until they started to taper off and then sent her the following text. He says to her, since you decided to pursue a religious experience, I hope you enjoyed the second coming. And then I blocked her. Another guy says here, get out of the relationship now. Run fast. This is one of the following, and it's a manipulation pure and simple. Number one, she got religion again, at which point the church will now dictate your life. And two, she's using religion for no sex before marriage. The idea is to get you to propose. 1 and 2 are backdoor conversation techniques, as she won't force to commit to religion, but no religion, no sex. 3, as a long-distance relationship, she lined up or is already banging Idiot B, and her skewed sense of morality says she can have premarital sex and even friends with benefits. But sleeping with 2 people at the same time would make her dirty, and she picked you to cut off. Plus, no nookie means less chance of surprise visit to catch her doing something with someone else. Number 3, doesn't want the long-distance relationship anymore. So as not to be the bad one who ends the relationship, she cuts you off. This way she can tell her friends it was you and not her who ended the relationship. If she's religious, as you say, it's very possible she justified premarital sex because it can lead to something more permanent. If the guy ends it, and he ends it, then it wasn't her fault. Yes, this makes no sense, but it's woman's logic. A normal woman would just say it's not working out, either due to the distance. She wants something closer or more often. She found someone else, they suck, but it's honest. Run, 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 best of luck. There you go. That's all the things I covered. Regardless, this guy is in a bad situation, he's been taken advantage of, etc. And last comment, this is from a woman. Listen to this. She says, from a girl's perspective, she might be withholding sex because she wants you to propose. I'm not sure though. Could be a number of things, but right there you have a woman saying, because you guys have known this, you must have experienced before. Women do withhold the sex, either to control their man, to get what they want, to punish him, whatever. And guys need to be aware of this. And if they're pulling this crap, end it. Move on. End of story. And the thing is this, is that, of course, no one should be forced, as you're all aware, to physically do something they don't want to do. But the fact that they regularly hooked up before in the beginning, as he said, and she has quite the past, which is a whole other conversation because you don't want to be with someone like that, says everything. This will be his life. He marries her because I think that's probably what she wants. If she doesn't want him to break up with her, she's going to use this stuff to control him the rest of his life. It's not worth it. Get some self-respect, end it with her, and find someone else. Otherwise, this is what your life is going to be. But a lot of guys have to learn the hard way. And a lot of guys don't want to hear this types of thing. This is why I do what I do, guys, and I try to help guys showing these stories here. A lot of people have issue with it, but you know what? You hear enough of these stories, you start to connect the dots. And my hope is, and I know I'm going on here, and I got to mention this, is that guys will then eventually, in their own lives, if they start to see similar types of things going on that they hear in these stories, short stories, long stories, then they can say, maybe something's going on here and I can do some investigating and find out so they don't get hurt. So that's why I do this. But anyhow, this guy should not be with her, end it with her. And if you're watching this and this sounds familiar to you, like something you're experiencing right now, walk away. You're a young guy, you deserve better, end of freaking story.